Sorry, today my network has been disturbing back to back. I don't know why, but I think it's better now. I think it's better now. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's better now. So, what do you think the answer is? If you're just joining, you are welcome. Please, let's go ahead and find these values. Okay. We are told that 2 plus 3, this is very easy. Yes, 2 plus 3 equals 8. 3 plus 3 equals 27. 4 plus 3 equals 64. And you're asked to find 5 plus 3. What's the value of 5 plus 3? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, my videos today, my network has been not stable anyways, but I think it's better now. I'm waiting for the answers yesterday. What's the answer, guys? 2 plus 3 equals 8. 3 plus 3 equals 27. 4 plus 3 equals 64. Now, what is 5 plus 3? Okay, someone says 125. Okay. 125. Can we get more answers, please? Okay, Keta says the answer is 125. Nice one. Nice one. I'm still waiting for more answers. Still waiting for more answers. Okay. Thanks for the likes. If you are just joining, you are welcome. So far we have two answers. From two persons, Keta and sorry I can't pronounce the other person's name. And both of them says the answer is 125. What do you think, guys? What's the answer to the question? What do you think the answer should be? If you like what we are doing, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not, because we bring for you interesting math questions and other type of math questions. Okay, Matey says the answer is 99. That's right. Let's see how this goes. CP is saying 14. Sorry, I don't understand. Can you please write in English? DHL says 125. DH says was 125. CP, if what you meant is the answer to the previous question, yes, the answer is 14. Hi, Tanja. Please, can you write in English? DH, nice one, nice one. That's correct. Okay, it's time to. Okay, now let's write the answer and then drop the question. Drop another question. Okay. All right. So it's very easy. So this implies 2 to the power of 3, which will give us 8. Very interesting, right? Now this is 3 to the power of 3, which will give us 27. This is 4 to the power of 3, which is 64. Okay. And this is 5 to the power of 3, which is 125. Amazing. Now, let us look into another IQ math question. Like I said, these questions are simple but tricky. They are simple but tricky. Okay. Now, this one says 2 plus 2 equals 6. Let me give the answer to this. 2 plus 2 equals 6. 3 plus 3 equals 12. 4 plus 5 equals 25. And we're asked to find 6 plus 2 is equal to what? Now, this one is a bit challenging. Hi. You're welcome back. Arabio, thanks for joining us today again. You're highly welcome. If you are a new follower, please subscribe to the channel so that I don't miss our videos. Okay. The head says the answer is 14. Arabio says the answer is 20. Good day. I appreciate following your interesting courses. Thank you, El Hassan. I appreciate your compliment. So let's see who gets this right. 2 plus 3 equals 6. 3 plus 3 equals 12. 4 plus 5 equals 25. Now, what is 6 plus 2? I'm waiting for more answers. Okay. Arobayo says no, the answer is 14. All right. We are going to find out soon. We're going to find out soon. Daniel says the answer is 14. Okay. Okay, DH is explaining. He says 2 times 2 plus 2. 3 times 3 plus 3. Okay, 4 times 5 plus 5. Okay, nice one. Let's see. Let's see many. Let's see those that will still drop more solutions. Let's see their answers. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate. Thank you. JJ Mass class, we are good. Arabelle, thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments. Ori says the answer is 14. Okay, nice one. Ah, did you change your mind? Arabai, did you change your mind? You said the answer is 6. Taking you says the answer is 14. Arabai, what happened? Why the sudden change of mind? You are funny. Why are you laughing now? 6 times 2 plus 2. That's what Freddy says the answer is 14. 6 times 2 plus 2. How is it 6? Okay, 6 times 2 divided by 2. Okay. I believe you're playing, right? You're joking. MH, that's why it's an IQ test. That's why it's an IQ test. Please like, comment, and share if you love what we are doing. Thank you. Six times two plus two. Um, Sebastian, if your solution is 6 times 2 plus 2, then the answer shouldn't be 24. Yes, now do the arithmetic very well. The answer shouldn't be 24, except if you wanted to write 6 times 2 times 2. Someone says the answer 68. I don't know. We are going to solve that later. Yeah, Sebastian, yes, it's 14 and not 24. You made mistake. That is if you feel that is the right this thing. Yeah, a very nice one. Thanks for the likes. Okay, Arabayo, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. DH says explain, sister. All right, let me explain. Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay. Now, let me explain, like I said. The question says 2 plus 2 is equal to 6. Now that can only be possible if this is A plus B multiplied by B. A plus B multiplied by B. Now let's check it out. 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. This should be it. A plus 1 multiplied by B. Okay? That should be the answer. A plus 1 multiplied by B. Now let's check again. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Yeah, that works. Now 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Right? Now 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. So this should be 6 plus 1 is 7. And 7 times 2 is 14. So no matter what you use, the formula you use, and your answer is 14, that's the correct answer. Okay, another IQ test, guys. Another IQ test. So this says 2 plus 2 equals 8. 3 plus 2 equals 12. 3 plus 3 equals 27. Question says, what is 4 plus 4? So Byfield says 18 should be correct. No, sorry, that's wrong. So for this particular IQ question, what do you think the answer is? What do you think the answer is? 2 plus 2 equals 8. 3 plus 2 equals 12. 3 plus 3 equals 27. So what is 4 plus 4? The H says 64. Mirage says 64. Okay. Royan says the answer is 64. Okay, nice. Nice one. Lissy, Lissy, good day. Good day. Oliver says wrong. That's just wrong. It's not wrong. It's an IQ test. So you need to bring out the pattern that they used. Mario says 64. Jamie says 32. Katrina says 67. Okay. Daniel says 64. We have more of 64. Maybe that is the answer. Maybe because we have more of 64. Okay. Baked bread says 64 for real. The other person says 32. Diraj has already given us what he think the answer is and the pattern that was used. If you like what we are doing, please give us a thumbs up. Vanessa says the answer is 48. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate. Mohammed says hi. Hello there. Okay. So let's discuss the solution. This is 2a times b multiplied by b. A times b times b. So this should be 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. All right. So we have 3 times 2 is 6. And 6 times 2 will give us 12. So we have 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 times 3 is 27. So the next one is 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 times 4 is 64. So this should be the answer. So if your answer is 64, congratulations, that is the answer. So we have another question here. Another IQ question. This says, 2 fathers and 2 sons went fishing. Two fathers and two sons went fishing. They caught three fish. Each got one. Each got one. How? Okay, Oliver gave an explanation. Okay, let's see what others has to say. Adeolu Michael says it's simple. Okay, so what should be the answer? Ravi, hi, how are you doing? Someone says Oliver is right. Okay. Gago says and grandpa with son and his son. Okay. Hmm. Ferry dropped a nice explanation. Thank you for that. Son, father, grandfather, nice one. Grandfather and two sons. Hmm. All right, Philippi says this is easy. Okay. I'm going to drop another question soon. One of the sons was a father, and an additional father was there fishing. An additional father who happens to be who? An additional father who happens to be who? Gago says next question. Okay. Someone says one question for me, 2 plus 2 times 2. Okay, we need to apply our BODMAS or pendant, so we multiply first. Sheep, I'm answering you now. So it's going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. Then 2 plus 4 will give us 6. That should be the answer. We always take note of the BODMAS or pendants, and we use that anytime we have more than one operator in a math question. Hope that clarifies you. Someone says Shiko, really? No, don't worry. I understood what he was trying to do. It's part of the whole thing. We are here to have fun. So, exactly. The answer is 6. Maybe we should ask that kind of question and let's see those that will get caught. Yeah. The additional father is a priest. No. No, I beg. I don't want to laugh too much. No says the additional father is a priest. Like, seriously? How? I don't understand. Please explain. Okay, now say one son is a father, then the other father is a church leader. Anyway, that's a good try. Anyways, no, that's a good try. Thank you. Thank you for trying. Thank you so much for trying. Thank you. Well, you know that is not the answer, right? A father, in the contextual aspect, we know who a father is. We're not talking about church father. We're talking about father like someone that has a son. That is what the question is asking for. Church leader is no father, only God is a father. No, there are church leaders that are father. If you are a, for example, if you're a Catholic, just like me, we call our priests Reverend Fathers. So we call them fathers. Yes, so he's not wrong in that aspect, except that this is mathematics. And in this case, the question actually refers to a person that has a son. Mm. Gigo says, but they are not fathers. Yes. In the, how do I put it? In the if we should be very plain, without sentiment, yes, they are not fathers. Yes. But in the religious aspect of it, they are fathers because they have their congregation and they direct them just like a father does to his children. Father and grandfather and grandson. Michael, nice one. Nice one. After this, I'm going to put another IQ question. That one, I don't know. Even me, I don't know what the answer is, the correct answer. But I will drop it and we argue it out. Okay, so In evangelism, a priest can be a father because is allowed to have a wife. Okay, yes, exactly, that's true. In some churches, a priest is a father. In something like an Anglican church, a priest is also a father because they're allowed to get married. Yes, that one is true. That's true. All right. Now let's argue it out. Oh, there's nothing to argue here. Most of us got it right. Yes, most of us got it right. So that is it. It's actually a grandfather together with his son, who is a father to his own son. Now let's explain that very well. Let's explain that. A grandfather, let's say the name of the grandfather is Moses, and his son's name is James, and the son of James is Elijah. Okay? Now, let's explain. If you love what we are doing, please give us a thumbs up. If you actually love what we are doing, then if this is the first time you are joining us, don't forget to hit the subscription button so that anytime I go live most often, like in a day, sometimes I go live 2 times, 3 times in a day. So I'm always there with you. Click that subscription button, turn on notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you will be notified. The notification will be sent to you. Okay. So let's continue. The grandfather is Moses. So Moses went fishing with his own son, whose name is James. So now remember that because James has a son, James is a father, right? And because grandfather has a son whose name is James, grandfather is also a father. So these two are fathers, which is what they refer to here, two fathers. Okay. Now, let us analyze the two sons. Remember that James can also be called the son of Moses, right? Because he is the son of this grandfather who is Moses, right? So the first son we have here is James. So James is also a son. Even though James is a father, he's also a son because his father is Moses, all right? So he is son to Moses. That is the first son. Now, the second son is Elijah, who happens to be the son of his father, who is James. So this is the second son. So that's where we have two sons, James and Elijah, and we have two fathers, James and Moses. I hope this is clear. Hope this is clear. All right. Now, let us look into this one. Now, this one is easy, but also tricky. This one is easy and tricky as well. So this one says if A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and D. Okay, let's just continue like that. Just know that it continues like that. That means D is 4, A is 5, and so on and so forth. Now the question says, what is the value of the word bad? Don't be in a rush to say the answer. Don't be in a rush. What is the value of the word bad? What is the value of the word bad? Now, these are the two options. So this is a controversial question. This is a controversial question, which is why it's an IQ question. So the answer is the answer 7 or 8. Is the answer 7 or 8? Tell us with reason. If your answer is 7, why? Why is your answer 7? If your answer is 8, also tell us why you think your answer is 8. Starts with B, ends with ORING. All right. So, guys, the question says if A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3. Now, the question says, what is the value of the word bad? Is the answer A or B? Okay, someone says the answer is A. Can you tell us why? You need to give us your reason. Why you think the answer is A and not B? Yes. Why do you think the answer is A and not B? Because mm, so why do you think the answer is A and not B? More solutions, guys. More solutions. Someone has already said the answer is 7. Okay, because you are seeing someone is Oliver is saying we don't know the value of D. It's very clear. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and you can see the continuation mark there, which means that it's a sequence. So definitely your D is 4. Okay, your D is 4. So the question says, what is the value of the word bad? Someone says the answer is B. That is 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 4. Send me some money and help me pay my overdue debt before they catch me and throw away. Mm. More answers, please. That's why I say this is very simple question, but it's a controversial one because some will say the answer is A, some will say the answer is B. At the end, I'm going to tell you what I think the answer is as well. Okay? Like I said, what I think. Yes, so I'm going to show you guys what I think the answer is. So if A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, so definitely D is 4, right? Now the question says, what is the value of the word bad? Michael says there is no alternatives to B. Now says B because D is 6 plus B plus A. Michael says when there is no explicit plus sign, it's always a multiply. Now that is true, but it's also possible that since this is an IQ test, we are not going to judge it that way. You understand? I'm not saying the answer is B, I'm not saying the answer is A. I'm just saying that since this is an IQ test, maybe we are not just going to look at it the way it is. You understand? Recap says the answer is 2 times 1 times 4. That should be option B. Hmm. Remember, this is an IQ test. Remember, this is an IQ test. IQ test. It's an IQ test. Please subscribe to the channel if you are just joining us for the first time so that you'll be notified whenever we go live. or we upload new videos on our channels. I need more answers and why you think the answer is A, or why you think the answer should be B. I still choose B. D is 4, then multiply by B and A, which is 8. Okay. Okay. Now, like I said, this is a controversial question. Very controversial because to me, I don't know. I don't know the actual answer. Okay, I'll give you my reasons. But after everything, I'll still tell you the one I think should be the answer. The one I think should be the answer. Okay. Yeah, now B. Hi. So now the question says if A equals 1, B equals 2, and C equals 3. Yes, the truth remains that D should be 4. That one is undisputable. Yes, the value of D is undisputable because it's a sequence. We can see the sequence is there. 1, 2, 3, so the next should be 4. All right. Now, um, Nell is saying A plus 1, B equals A plus 1, C equals B plus 1, D plus C plus 1. Nice one. So the Guta says the answer is B. Guys, remember that this is IQ test. Someone was like, it's a very simple question. This is not simple. This is not simple. To me, this is not simple. How can you give me this kind of question and this kind of answers, like these two options that are so controversial? The two answers are so controversial. Like it could be A, it could be B, with so many reasons attached. Now B says if you add them together, the answer is 7. The answer is 7. Doctor says the answer is B, which is 8. Hmm. This is really something else. Please like, comment, and share. Maybe share to your audience and see what they say the answer is. Yeah, maybe share to more people. Let them tell us what they think the answer is, because even me, At this point, the answer I'm going to choose is what I think is the answer. Yes, and I'll give my reason as well. Hi, Lau Ramayade. Hi, sorry if I can't pronounce your name correctly. Excuse me. Okay. Um. Now I'm going to say what I think the answer is. Like I said, what I think. Because like I said, it's a controversial question. Like I said, it's a controversial question. So I want to look at it this way. If the answer is something that is very easy, then there is no need calling this an IQ test. This is what I mean. If the answer is what you look at, all right, and you see the answer just the way it is, then it doesn't make sense calling it an IQ test. For example, I can say 2 plus 2 is equal to 6. As an IQ test, as an IQ test, 2 plus 2 equals 6 is possible. But in normal mathematics, 2 plus 2 is 4. So if I should write this and I did not write IQ test here, if I did not write IQ test here, then 2 plus 2 equals 6 is wrong. But if I write IQ test here, then 2 plus 2 equals 6 is very much possible. Because I might decide to do it this way. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus this 2 will give me 6. And I can form another one with maybe 2 plus 3. The whereby 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 plus 3 is 8. So you can see there is a sequence, and that is why it is called IQ test. I can decide to form another one and say 2 plus 4, right? Whereby 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10. All right? So this is an IQ test. If you should look at it the way it is, you will say that 2 plus 4 is not equal to 10, that this is wrong. But because it is an IQ test, it is right. So now let us look at this question from that perspective. If we look at this question from that perspective, we are going to see that mathematically, we will say that um, B, according to what we are told, B is 2, A is 1, and D is 4, right? Now, in mathematics, when you have values without any operator between them, the operation between them is multiplication, right? The operation between them is multiplication. For example, if I write 2, 3, 4 together like this is 2 times 3 times 4. Okay, so literally this would have been 2 times 1 times 4, which is 8, if it is not an IQ test. But because this is an IQ test, we are going to see those numbers or those alphabets as something else. Let's take it that you went to the market. So you went to the market and they include, you're welcome. You went to the market and you bought orange, and the value of your orange is maybe $2. You bought pineapple and the value of your pineapple is 3. And you bought mango, the value of your mango is 4. If you're asked to give the value of everything you bought that day, that you should give us the value of what you bought that day, it should be 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? Which will give us 5 plus 4, which is 9. So I think that is the aspect they are coming from, because they already know that on a norm, bad should have been 2 times 1 times 4, which is 8. But this is an IQ test, which is why I think, like I said, that is why I think the answer is 7, because it's supposed to be 2 plus 1 plus 4, and that is 7. So you are free to still debunk what I said, but like I said, it's a controversial question, and it's either I'm right or you are right, or I am wrong and you are right, or you are wrong and I'm right. But like I said, this is an IQ test. We shouldn't solve it literally the way you see it. we should apply some IQ to it to get the right answer. So which is why I think, being that this is an IQ test, the answer should be A. It shouldn't be B, literally, because looking at it, you know that bad is B times A times D, which is not what it should be as an IQ test. All right, thank you so much for joining today. We are still going to go live again today. I don't know when, but this is why. Thank you so much for the compliment. Vadmire. Now, which is why you should subscribe to the channel and on your notification bell, so that anytime I go live, like I go live most couple of times in a day, so that anytime I go live, you'll be notified. We bring in controversial questions like this, look into it, debate around it, and bring out the solution to it. So once again, thank you for joining. I acknowledge each and every one of you, both those I can pronounce their names and those I cannot pronounce their name. So much love from here, Nigeria, and see you in my next live stream. Like I said, subscribe so that you'll be notified. All right. Thank you so much, and I love you all. Bye.